Ms Jan Barham.
Mr President, my question without notice is to the Minister for Lands and Water. Minister, are you aware that the Gold Coast Airport Proprietary Limited preliminary draft major development plan for installation of an instrument landing system, which is currently out for public consultation, states that, quote, a draft MDP and a supplementary report will be prepared and submitted to the Minister for Infrastructure and Regional Development for approval of the components of the project located on Commonwealth Airport land only. Minister, can you advise whether there will be any environmental planning and approval processes at all relating to the components of the project located on the Crown Reserve, noting that the proposed developments involve significant clearing and installation of the ILS infrastructure on this area of Crown land?
Thank you, Mr President. I thank the member for her question, and I know that this is a follow-on question from a question she asked me last week in question time, and then I indicated the ILS is subject to approval of a major development plan under the Commonwealth Airports Act 1996, and a draft plan is currently out for public consultation. Mr President, I can also inform the House that the lease granted to the Gold Coast Airport Proprietary Limited on the 18th of October 2013 for future airport infrastructure and land management was granted under provisions of Section 3A Crown Lands Act 1989. In granting the lease, there was due regard in the principles of Crown land management and the public interest as required by the Act. Public consultation is not a requirement of the Act. Gold Coast Airport and Air Services Australia are currently consulting the public about their proposed development of the ILS, which is being considered under the Commonwealth Airports Act. The lease provides security of tenure to enable Gold Coast Airport to invest in planning approvals and capital works associated with this critical infrastructure. The ILS is subject to the approval of a major development plan under the Commonwealth Airports Act 1996, and as I indicated earlier at the start of my answer, and a draft plan is currently out for public consultation, which concludes on the 13th of July 2015. And as I also indicated last week, anyone that has concerns, any concerns by the public in relation to the proposed development should be made online at the website hosted by Gold Coast Airport.
Supplementary.
The Honourable Jan Barham on a supplementary
Mr President,
question.
my question to the Minister related to the works that will take place on the Crown land in relation to the ILS, and I think my recollection was that your answer last week noted that there wouldn't be works on that land, but there will be. And seeking to know if there will be an approval by the New South Wales State Government on New South Wales Crown land.
Mr President, I don't have my answer in front of me from what I did say last week, so I cannot confirm if what the member says that apparently I said last week was right or not right, but I will reiterate this. The lease granted to the Gold Coast Airport on the 18th of October 2013 for future airport infrastructure and land management was granted under the provisions of Section 34A, Crown Lands Act 1989.
Order!
And as I've also indicated, in granting the lease, there was due regard to the principles of Crown land management and the public interest as required by the Act.